Happy Tuesday, everyone, and welcome to week 2, day 2 of your distant learning and reading. Yesterday, Mrs. Williams talked about the iReady online lesson for reading and also gave an introduction to analyzing a poem by Kobe Bryant called Dear Basketball. It is a narrative poem that tells the story of Bryant's own experiences playing basketball from the time he was a little kid up through adulthood and eventually his retirement. Today, we're going to take a look at the lyrics Titanium by David Guetta. You can find these lyrics in Canvas. It's a downloadable Word document, so you can type directly into the Word document itself, which makes it cool and easy to do and complete. Or if you have a printed copy, you can simply write the answers right on it. So let's get started, shall we? What we're going to do is go ahead and read through the lyrics and then answer the questions. But before we get started, it's really important to read these things right here, called the directions. So what we're going to do is we're going to read the poem once without stopping. Next, read the poem again slowly and try to figure out what it means to you. And here's the key, what it means to you. Because after all, you're the one doing the analysis of the poem. You need to make sure that you understand and get the message that you were meant to get from these lyrics. And then use the following questions to help you analyze the lyrics for a deeper meaning. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go ahead and read through this poem once without stopping, and then I'm going to ask that you read through the poem again by yourself. So what you're going to do is go ahead and pause the video, reread it on your own. If it takes more than once, that's fine, no big deal. Sometimes it takes more than twice to reread a poem, and really think about what it is that this poem means to you. What is the message? What is this author trying to get across? And then what we'll do is go through and answer the questions. So let's go ahead and start reading Titanium by David Guetta. You shouted out, but I can't hear a word you say. Talking loud, not saying much. Criticize, but all your bullets ricochet. Shoot me down, but I get up. I'm bulletproof. Nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Fire away, fire away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. I am titanium. Cut me down, but it's you who'll have further to fall. Ghost town. Haunted love. Raise your voice. Sticks and stones may break my bones. Talking loud, not saying much. I'm bulletproof. Nothing to lose. Fire away, fire away. Ricochet, you take your aim. Fire away, fire away. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I am titanium. I am titanium. Stone heart, machine gun, firing at the ones who run. Stone heart loves bulletproof glass. You shoot me down. Okay, we've just finished reading through the poem once. Now what I want you to do is go ahead and pause the video and reread it and try and figure out what it is that this poem means to you. So let's go ahead, pause the video, reread the poem once, twice, or how many ever times you think in order to really get the meaning of this poem. Once you've done that, you can restart the video and we'll go through and answer the questions. Welcome back. Hopefully after rereading the poem, you have a better understanding of what it means. Now let's take a look at the questions. However, one thing I want to do before we get started, I want to point out when answering these questions is that, you know what, there's no one correct answer. It's based entirely on what your interpretation is. And that's the great thing about poetry. That's the beauty of it. that there are more than one interpretations of a song and what it means. Think about it like this, just like a math problem. There are multiple ways of solving that one math problem. Poetry works kind of sort of the same way. You take a look at the lyrics and what they mean. And someone's maybe a little bit different than the other. And that's okay. That's the cool part of poetry and really taking a look at its meaning. It can be interpreted in different ways. So now let's take a look at these questions. And I'm just going to go ahead and scroll down here because I have my questions already answered. While you guys are rereading it for a second or third time, I went through and I myself answered the questions. So, for the first question, it says, what is the literal meaning of this song? Well, I sat and I tried and I figured it out. It took me a little bit of time, but I really wanted to focus in on the word titanium itself. So when I thought about the literal meaning of this song, I thought about the word titanium. And according to dictionary.cambridge.org, the word titanium is defined as follows. It's a very strong light metal that is white in color and very durable in industry. Okay, so it's very strong and it can withstand a lot. Titanium is also very resilient, which means it's able to remain undamaged or unaffected by. So that really tells me a lot about the word titanium and how it applies to this particular song. So the literal meaning of the song Titanium is about a narrator, a person who is strong and able to remain unaffected by others who are saying hurtful things, bullying basically, and just being downright awful and mean on a daily basis. And this person is able to withstand anything that the bullies are saying to him, which is very admirable. I think oftentimes we get too caught up in it, and what we need to do is just do what this person does. Keep firing away at me. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going down. Okay, I'm titanium. I'm strong. I'm going to withstand anything you guys can throw at me. And the second part of this question is, what imagery do you see while reading the lyrics? And I'm thinking to myself, okay, what is this person? What do I see when I think about this poem? You know, bullets ricocheting. You shoot me down, but I keep getting up. I am titanium. I am titanium. It kind of repeats that whole thing throughout the entire poem. So what I see is a brave person, strong, brave person that's able to take on his bully's poor treatment and constant criticism, and daily for that matter. And I love this whole idea of him being bulletproof, that these bullets, these insults just bounce off left and right, and he keeps going. Which kind of leads into second question. What is the mood or emotions I feel while reading this selection? Well, to me, I was a bullied kid, and I am very empowered by these lyrics because this person is totally unaffected by the insult and constant poor treatment by others. I think when I was a younger kid, I got so wrapped up in being bullied that I really didn't think about, hey, you know what? I can stand up for myself and I can withstand these insults, this poor treatment. I just got to give it a shot. And that's exactly what this person did in this particular song. And, you know, talking about which words make you feel this way, well, it was more phrases for me that really stuck out to me. This whole idea of shooting me down, but I get up. You shoot me down, but I won't fall. I'm continuing. I'm pushing forward. No matter what you do or say to me, I am going to get up. I am not going to fall. And then I love these three words right here. I am titanium. It just shows the strength of that person's character. That no matter what happens, he's going to be there and he's going to stand up no matter how many insults these people throw at him. And then we're talking in terms of figurative language. What is the metaphor used? And I went through and I took out some phrases and really pulled it together in terms of the narrator is comparing insults like talking loud and cutting me down to bullets of a gun. They're constant and they keep firing all these things at the narrator. Also, the narrator is being compared to titanium. The person is strong and resilient to titanium. So, despite all these insults and this talking loud and this constant criticism, he is titanium. Okay. And then, last but not least, is number 4 says analyze the metaphor and explain why you think the writer chose it. Why is it that this writer, this songwriter, chose the word titanium? Well, I took a look at the entire poem, but there's a couple of stanzas that really I think stood out to me the most. That was the first and second stanza. And the rest of it is just as good. It's just those first two stanzas I think really got to me and pulled that meaning right out for me. So, when taking a look at the lines in the first stanza, the narrator is talking about how a bully is talking loud and that the narrator is just not hearing a word the bully is saying. I mean, he's basically just, okay, whatever. And then it goes on to say that the bullets, the insults, ricochet. They just completely bounce off and won't hurt the narrator. This message, of course, is clear throughout the entire song. And then looking at stanza 2, the song talks about how bullies will continue to shoot the narrator down. Bullies are going to be bullies. They're going to constantly try to think of different ways to get at you. But in this case, for this particular person, it won't be that narrator who will get hurt in the long run because he's going to be the one standing his ground. He's going to figure out, hey, you know what? If I don't let these bullies bother me and these insults and stuff just bounce right off of me, then I'll be able to get through the next day and the next day, and hopefully eventually they'll all learn their lessons and learn to leave people alone. So I believe that the word titanium is fitting for this song or poem because when you think about the definition of the word itself, so I'm going back to that dictionary definition, you'll see a direct relationship between titanium and the narrator's strength and resilience. And this is his way of kind of getting back at those bullies, saying, you know what? You can throw your insults at me. You can keep it up day in and day out, and I'm not going to let it bother me because I am titanium. And I can't say this enough. I really do think that this is a lesson that we can all learn from and, and keep with us for the rest of our lives because, you will run across people along the way that will bother you and will pick on you. And just think about these words and this song Titanium. And from that you can gain the strength that you need to be titanium as well. Later on this week, Mrs. Perkins is going to go through a song that she has chosen and go through and analyze those lyrics with you. And then what you will be doing is picking a song yourself, make sure that they're school appropriate lyrics, and go through and analyze, finding the rhyme scheme, and what exactly the poem means to you. I want to thank you so much for joining me today and enjoy the rest of your week. Thanks so much. Have a good day.